Good afternoon, friends. Wish you very happy New Year. This is Rajiv Gupta once again with a new video on income protection plan. Uh, Friends, I have already made Hindi version of this video. So basically, this is an attempt to uh, benefit those friends who doesn't understand Hindi and who wants English version. Friends, basically, the life insurance is very amusing thing. There are a lot of ifs and buts which are involved in life insurance. So we will discuss how income protection plan is much better than any kind of life insurance plan. Basically, life insurance plan has got two kind of policies. One is term insurance, and another is whole life insurance, or what we call it as an endowment policy or a money back policy. You know, we should understand one thing, that term insurance is something which benefits only very few people. The accepted claim ratio across the industry, across the world, is not more than 2% to 3%. So majority of person pools their money and give it to somebody in the pool who is not there. Now, term insurance is like feeding a person in your house for 20 to 30 years who doesn't do any job in your house but sit and eats there. His role is only when you are not there, and he will bring food and cloth and shelter to your loved ones for many years to come. But chances are very slim. Only 1% or 2% chances are there that you are not going to be there. Remember, my whole presentation is about, basically, suppose right now what is important? Job insurance is important. Your income insurance is important. Your, you know, bread and butter income should come to your place or in your house, irrespective of markets, irrespective of external situations. So, gentlemen, I request you to please go through my presentation and see this video in its entirety. And I promise you, you will see very quality and very high research content in this video. You know, the important thing is that from term insurance point of view, it is good for only person who is dying early. Once you have reached an age of say 45, 50, you have sufficient financial assets to back you, and you have already stabilized in your life. Your kids have grown up, they have started going to colleges, and very soon they are going to join some company or some businesses. So at that stage of the life, you don't need term insurance. You need basically cover for going on for to cover those liabilities. I will discuss that particular part. But most important thing is that people are missing. Why people are still so, if you go to online, everybody is selling term insurance. And term insurance, why people are falling for that? Because they don't understand that basically whatever money, howsoever cheaper it is not going to benefit you until unless there is a death claim. And so you have to take that it is only a part of financial planning. Maximum thing, that term insurance is not going to solve. And one more thing, why every company is selling term insurance at 6,000, 7,000 rupees per year. You can go to website, you can see. So even if 1,000 cases appear, the total amount collected without commission, without office expenditures, without company policy administration charges, the amount is just 60 lakhs they have collected. And if one claim of 1 crore rupees comes, how they are going to serve that claim? Please think about it. What it means is basically majority of people are going to get out of this particular plan after say couple of years, either due to financial reasons or due to any other reason. But very few people, selected people, keep on having their term insurance plan. And I request you, if you are having any kind of loans, like liabilities like house loan, mortgage loan, and if you are running a company in which there is some good amount of term credit which you have taken from the bank, then term insurance is a must. It cannot be done away with. Okay. But at the same time, there are some disadvantages of term insurance. It has zero monetary value. It looks cheap, but every day, the cost increases. What it means is basically if you are paying say 30,000, 40,000 rupees in a year, over a 20 years period of time, you will be paying sizable money, and not that money will be, will not be generating any kind of returns. So it doesn't serve any financial goal except, the risk part, where if you are not there, then only it is served. There is no emergency loan you can take on your term insurance. Okay. And in case of any health problem, term insurance has got no benefit at all. And it looks very cheap at the beginning, but you know that the claims are not going to come there. That's why it is so cheap. But once you grow, the term insurance premium rises significantly. And if there are any reasons due to medical, the premium is going to shot up like anything. So there is only one reason why one should buy for term insurance. If you have got liability of any kind, if your kids are small, if you are in 30s, and you think that 20 to 25 times of your annual income should be what your family should get in case some mishappening happens, then only term insurance is important. And but it is only 50% of the solution. Most important thing is, what is the money you are going to get from next month? Are your income or are your businesses adequate enough to sufficient enough to give you, that kind of stability? We are going to discuss about that. Okay. So as I said, in marathon, if you see that everybody starts, but very few people finish. Same thing with term insurance. Everybody starts in 30s, 40s. They fall for online this thing, and term insurance they buy, but very few people, keep on paying the premiums and stick to it. And there is no harm in sticking to it, but what I mean to say is it is only 50% of the solution. Okay. So now there is, I mean, you might be knowing that even in Corona, 97% of people have survived. So basically, even if Corona, that survival is 98%, so you can imagine without Corona, what will be the mortality ratio. Now, this is the graph which you can see, cash flow, or what we call that income protection plan. It is important as every, with every passing year of the life. Once after you reach a certain age, you acquire for certain financial assets, your liability decreases, your house loan becomes, paid for almost 80%, 90%. Then term plan has got hardly any value. But at the same time, cash flow you need every month, to get your bills paid, to secure yourself. So what I mean to say is basically you should have a proper plan in your this thing books, so that you can get 15 to 20,000 rupees every month. Now, insurance is not an investment. Please understand, it is a lousy tool when you treat as an investment. There is a whole video of Dave Ramsey, which links I have already given, where he has compared what, the problems any life insurance policy has when it becomes an investment policy. You end up paying as a fees for various kind of charges, which should actually go as an investment. So life insurance is not advisable at all if you're thinking for long-term planning. Now, the reason why we suggested life insurance policy has got this duration risk. Higher the term of the plan, the more interest rate fluctuation, the less probability of the long-term bonds making any kind of return. What I mean to say, the yield are going to be just 1% or near about. I don't know, because the yield has fallen across the world. In US, the yield is less than 1% 10-year. 30-year it is 1.64. So if your insurance company is investing in this kind of instrument, and 80 to 85% they have to invest in this kind of instrument. Now, please tell me how they will get returns out of that, and how they will compensate for their charges, and post these charges, how they will be able to serve you. It means practically, I don't think that after 5-10 years, bonds will give you any significant return. Now, options trading is one of the objective of this video, that why you should go for options trading. It should not be done by yourself, it should be delegated to us. It has no baggage of medical checkups, high mortality policy, whatever the drawbacks are there in insurance plan. But at the same time, the best part of options trading for income protection or income generation is that you can depend upon it from the day one. Today you invest, from next month you start getting your whatever returns that has been accumulated. So because it is, the reason why you can get secured income is that in option selling, right now in India, we can have weekly index options also. So, and that is so liquid. I mean, the volume is so massive in index. And if one properly does that, so even with 25% success rate, we can generate a very decent return in options selling. Okay. So what are the advantages of option selling? First of all, there is no kind of charges. 90% options expires worthless. This is established fact. And in case if there are losses, we can definitely roll over for the next week or the next month. And again, there are so many opportunities which are thrown by the market. And if you are sticking only to index for capital protection, for capital generation, then it makes a lot of sense. Because if you do a back study, out of last 8 years, uh, 62 to 63% time selling out of the money calls and out of the money put, has given a very decent return. Sometime market may not, reward you, just like what is happening right now. From last 3 months, market is going in one direction. So in such circumstances, of course, I mean, it is not possible to predict when the market will, but once their volatility comes in the market, I mean to say choppiness and ups and downs, then there are so many opportunities in option selling. You can make very decent income by option selling. So if you don't have an isolated view for some time, but if you look for complete 52 weeks kind of scenario for 2 years, for 3 years, I can tell you one thing: if option selling done with proper risk management, technical analysis, position sizing, and most important, discipline and temperament, what we are going to do, I mean, you can easily beat returns of equities, bonds, commodities, and fixed deposits through it. So what we are doing in this, the directionless strategy, no stock buying is involved at all, no fundamental analysis, no economy, no GDP, and no major loss can happen, as this entire strategy is basically hedged one, where we sell one out of the money and then buy it, 50 points or 100 points above that particular strike price, so that irrespective of market, whether it open gaps up, gaps down, our losses are going to be limited. And our whole effort is that the market should expire, below our sold strike price. So that is we are looking for just 1000 to 1500 return in one lot of Nifty. So that means if we are doing 10 lots, so 15,000 to 20,000 rupees return, what we are aiming for in 1 month. So basically that is option selling. And we have already discussed that it is the best kind of investment option as on date, much better than insurance, much better than mutual funds. And the reason why, because in mutual funds everything looks good, but remember, market can correct 50% from here any day without giving you any kind of notice. In March we have seen how much market has corrected more than 60% from its top value. So what I mean to say is basically, uh, markets are very dicey. Today they may be up, tomorrow they may not be up due to any reason. For example, if there is some surprise element in budget due to corona and all that, company may give, they may charge some taxes on company's profit. I don't know, beyond a certain percentage, because government is in serious want of money. They are falling short of their massive, you know, budget. That we have already exceeded our fiscal deficit by 130%, and when still, good 3 months are yet still to be, completed for this financial year. So there may be any surprise element in the budget. There may be some surprise as a second wave of corona is coming. We don't know. And as you know, the Nifty is already trading at almost 39 times PE ratio. So that means that market can correct very significantly, and I cannot time it. It will be this week, this month, or next month. I cannot say. But whenever the sell-off will happen, it will be so sharp and brutal that, I mean, a lot of mutual fund investors will never come back to mutual funds. So in such situation, we will keep on earning money irrespective of market goes up or down. For example, if every 100 points correction, will give us at least 20 to 25,000 rupees profit in our portfolio. That is kind of strategy we are working. So basically, if you want to take our benefit, there are two ways. You can have our training. That also will give you very good perspective of the market. Otherwise, if you're not interested in learning all the markets, technicals, and all, because you cannot become uh, neurosurgeon by attending weekend seminar. You have to spend at least 7 to 10 years in that particular field. So why I'm saying this, because income protection planning is what? Today you are suppose having a job in one pharma company, or you are in multinational company, you are doing some sort of business. Now suppose tomorrow your job is not there. Now do you think that you have got all capacity to open a shop against the person who's selling the product from last 15 to 20 years? Just imagine about that. Can you match? Because you cannot take the experience. You cannot bring that experience in your business. So whether you do that or do any other business, it requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of experience, so that after that only you will be able to generate returns. So what I suggest, if you're a very successful professional, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a professional, you're a lawyer, you know but I request you to think about that suppose if you are not there, how much money your family are going to get, because the bills will keep on coming. Life insurance will address only one part. And life insurance is there only when well applicable when there is some event. But you are going to be there with your family for 20 years. 98% people are going to be there. How will you get that 15 to 20,000 rupees every month, irrespective of the market? So that is what we are talking about. It is job insurance, it is income protection. You delegate that particular amount to us, and from next 30 days, you will start getting your fixed amount irrespective of whether market goes up or not. We can have a contract with you of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, where you will be taken as an official partner. We will give you contract note on stamp paper, duly notarized, with post-dated check. So you can any day you can exit, just giving us by 90 days notice. Okay, and very decent returns, 15% to 18% yearly is what we can make it out as a partner to you. So we have got some conditions also. In case if we delay any monthly payment, 5% penalty will be there, and after 6 months, 5% will increase to 10%. So that is what power of our conviction as far as option selling is concerned. So life is meant to be hassle free. You don't need to track endless mutual funds NAVs. No need to learn nuances of finance, because it takes whole lot of year. I did certified financial planner course in 2012, and today also I'm studying to understand the various financial planning aspects. And still I think there are so many things which I don't know. And every day learning so many things, you don't have time for any other aspect. So always leave it to experts. Now, this is one of the oldest insurance company, which is handling almost 8 times more money than LIC. It is serving in 150 countries, and its returns are pathetic, just 5%. Where we are giving you 15 to 18% return, and here return is 4%. Some guaranteed is only 2%. Okay, that company may be big, but why you want to pay for brand for just for 2%? You can also try an alternative, because you need fixed income on every monthly basis. No company will give you, I can tell you one thing, no investment option will give you fixed return every month. That is what we are calling income protection plan. Think about that. You are going to be there, your family is going to be there. So every month you need some expenses. You will not have time to open a new business once you are out of your job or your business. So better to give it to somebody who handles it. And as you create wealth, keep on adding to that, so that your fixed income keeps on coming when you are there and when you are not there also. So this is best for a housewife. I've got one customer, unfortunately he expired at the age of 60, and his wife is basically a housewife. They were just retired, and they don't have, right now the kids are studying, both are in colleges, and they don't have any source of income. And in such a condition, had that customer, has signed for this option trading through us, at least 15 to 20,000 rupees would have been secured. So this is what I want to mention, that life insurance is good, but when you are there, and chances are there that you are going to be there for a majority of time. So why to not to diversify it and to get something which from in which you can get money from the next month itself. So say yes to golden years of your retirement. Don't worry about markets. Don't worry about any other aspect. Plan for your business, plan for income, and at the same time think about it. Your job protection, job insurance, or your business insurance is equally important. You should get 15 to 20,000 or 25,000, whatever your household expenses bare minimum are there. That should be there in your bank account every month. You know, I can tell you one thing: insurance policy will serve you in case if you are not there, but nobody knows whether the claim will be honored or dishonored. Nobody knows. 99% rate, 99% claim acceptance ratio and all that is a fallacy. Maximum them is basically maturity claims. You don't know how many early claims are there where company goes for investigation, company can deny that. They have battery of lawyers to fight against any customers. You don't know ABC, or in case if you're not, their wife doesn't know ABC, whom she will go and fight. Just go and see, do an RTI, see how many cases are pending for claims. Okay, even if money comes, suppose 1 crore money, 1 crore fund is there in the account, and if phishing happens, money gets away. Just see the RBI website, 7,000, 8,000 crore is the figure of phishing amount. Every year Indians are losing so much money. So even if you go get, if you pay for through your noses, go for insurance, the insurance claim is done, money has come, but someday some event has happened again, what will happen? So this is basically an idea where you will keep on getting 15, 20,000 rupees every month. Even something happens to that 15, 20,000, at least next month that money again is going to come. So those aspects you have to also look along with your other aspects also. So basically, thank you, gentlemen. This was my view about income protection plan through option selling, and we can help you in getting a very good income. Please give us an opportunity. We are doing this from quite many months, and we have got very good experience as far as this business is concerned. And these are my personal. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. My number is 975-429-2575, 7974560675. My email address is rhgcfp@gmail.com. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for watching this video.